Just talk me through that. If you don't want to, you don't have to.
Bazz Facey's True All-Stars.
But back in the day, very few people, either you were black or you were white or you were Hispanic, but you weren't what I am. I'm from the Midwest. Every single casting director told me the same thing. They told me two things. They said, one, you really need to do movies. And the other thing is they said, you need to leave this part of the country because you will never work, because you just don't look like a black woman.
I knew in 2020 I wanted to buy it and it was going to be my house. And I wasn't going to achieve it by just working one job. I knew I had to get another one. I was holding down 3 jobs.
When I stood for one selection, I got such a lot of abuse.
Yeah.
I wore red stiletto heels once, and the amount of comments I got, apparently only whores wear these and things like this. I wore a knee-length skirt, and apparently the men were distracted by my legs, and I'm like, knee-length? I'm like, it's practically Victorian. But I actively started putting on weight. I stopped dyeing my hair with blonde highlights. I got a terrible haircut. And I wore really frumpy clothes because I thought, don't show your figure because that's clearly a problem.
Your dad walked you down the aisle.
Dad had been diagnosed with motor neurons disease the year before.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like my wedding was keeping him going. Dad was determined to walk his daughter down the aisle. It was special. It was the last time he walked and it was the last time he stood. But it obviously made him emotional, which made everybody else emotional. So I don't think there was a dry eye in the house, actually.
I kind of wish that Spike's movie had not been my first, because I probably would have worked a lot more if I wasn't known as a black actress in a black film. But they were right, all those people, those casting directors, and when I moved to New York, doors were instantly opened, and it was okay. They didn't care that I didn't fit a mold, and they liked that I was different, and so I was able to work.
I was leaving my 9 to 5, driving straight to my waiting job and waiting on tables until gone 11 o'clock at night. I've been in the hospitality industry, I've been in retail, I'm in the finance industry, in my normal job, I've worked in these different areas. I did it to save money, and that was what was driving me, because I knew I wanted to achieve buying this house, and you know, I'm so glad I managed to do it.
So this year you decided to do a charity event for motor neuron disease.
Yeah.
But COVID.
But again, very lucky, the people that had bought tickets, we offered refunds and they said, no, keep it.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've got very generous people in our lives.
A woman in the party who had seen my campaign and all the things I was about, she contacted me and she was just like, I just think I kind of need to rescue you a little bit. And she was just like, why are you dressing like a nana? And I was like, oh. And I'm like, oh wow, you can absolutely own it and be beautiful and be sexy and be whatever you want to be. It's okay.
Bazz Facey's True All-Stars. Available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts and more.
Thank you for sharing your story.